Sithi welcome to Timeline. Bathi yini mphatha ama heated episode or siwabiza ngani or the special ones, ne?
Special episode.
Yeah, my special episode, guys. It's one of those World Cup fever. The house.
Hey, good evening, Sanbonan.
Oh, evening. It's slow. Shop go shot.
He's
Moya
pants nyana kodwa kulungile.
Hey, barangare ke manga jileng phoko. It's fine. Ish. Ne Ghost.
Ish, I'm also not doing well. Marangia Pilanjani.
Thina siyancenga mina ivoice nje iwile Samuel laphana ngicoach Bafana. Yeah. Ungasithatha mama.
Okay, so I think can we just start with this one interesting topic, ne? So the first one is the CAF history achievement. So under the leadership of CAF President Mr. Motsepe, the African football continues to reach its new heights. CAF recorded a remarkable 90% qualification rate to the knockout stages, so the highest of any football federations. So I think we all saw Mama Tima qualify for the 32 knockout stage, and I think we in Africa obtained the highest compared to other confederations. I don't know, like, what's your take on that? Because I think we also we're witnessing with our African football has been changing, like in terms of equality, none. So I don't know, what's your take on that achievement?
Yeah, I think it's something to write home about. 9 teams out of 10. I had Chiefs I Pumenda win. But Tunisia Kaizer Chiefs Africa. Puma.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's a good achievement. I think this whole thing there, it boils down to the improvement in infrastructure when it comes to African football.
Yeah.
Previously, it was very difficult for players who are of African origin but born in other countries. They'll always prefer to play for the countries that they were born in.
True.
Some even taking time to make that decision. In his status, the England call-up is not coming.
Yeah.
So for the sake of a national team, let me just go to Ghana and go play for the national team there.
Yeah.
But now, because of the infrastructure is improving, man, and it has become easy to travel in Africa for these guys who attend the games. It's no longer a hassle. You go to country versus team. So the African continent is improving a lot, and it shows even in the books. It's even making money in terms of revenue.
Yeah.
So it will improve going forward.
So do you think maybe Motsepe has an impact in a way?
He's a businessman.
Okay.
I believe all this revenue that's coming in towards CAF, it's through our negotiations probably that he leads.
Yeah.
Sponsorship. Remember, CAF, our TV rights were held by this French company. When a national team is playing, African countries have to go through a company as a France televise game for their people. Now it has become simpler. They bought those rights, they are now owned by CAF. So it becomes a two-way thing. Televise, and then maybe even no televising game itself becomes cheap than going to Europe to go buy what is yours. I understand.
Your take, Stumza?
Should I take it home?
Yeah.
No, actually, I got a talk, Chavel. Oh, I'm going to tell No, okay. Because I think, it started with we once spoke about Motsepe regarding our finances. ufike khona wadila ngokuthi ngekoloto nani then to find ukuthi i-CAF seyizimele manje, they no longer own anyone. So as utakauza shilo, I'm not going to take anything obviously sandawana elikhulu, so ulandeluyise. So I'm not going to take anything away because it shows ukuthi unegotiateile like udlale irole right as a businessman wakwazi ukuthi like I lead by example, abonisa ukuthi kahle kahle sometimes we can do things right, you know. Now uthola even South African players wanna go mhlambe bayodlala boma North Africa, boma East Africa or something like that, kuyabo ekuthi kudala beyingekho. And I don't think ukuthi it was because mhlamba bafuni, but maybe it was because of beyingekho, that league was not exposed at that time. So with Umutsipe na everything ayenzile, guys, I know for once City, let's give credit where it's due.
You should be president of the country.
Whoa. She like Monday politics.
No, I think also adding on Umusa to be buza ne answering answering Umusa ngidota kana ushilo kancane ukhumbule ukuthi umtsipe makafika iCAF, it was they were owing a lot of money, remember, you understand. So and they managed to clear ikoloto lezo, you know, and that's why Nabo Samuel at some point they had jealous, they had issues with Umutsipe, you know. So whatever achievement as of figure through ECAF and everything, that means I'm a credit to Umutsipe, because ECAF they've been struggling for years and years and years, and also no now World Cup bakonuk allow more African countries. We don't know who negotiated as well. That's another thing, you understand. So possibly to look now Umutsipe nganze ukuthi abe nesando ukukhumbule globally, he's respected, that guy, because he's a billionaire, you understand. So he can uyakhona ukuvula iminyango le other African leaders bebangakhona ukuyivula. Do you get? So with me, I think we should give credit to Patrice. He did good, and also having a lot of teams. Because looking at my team at Africa right now, there was only one team. Tunisia is disappointed to the last 32, but all the teams they played well. Yeah. You understand? Look at the Senegal, how they played. Because people were laughing at the Senegal. But baluza makima bo to paru ubheka ukuthi badlana bobani and baluza ngas score best team, you understand,
respectable,
exactly about 3-2 and everything. It shows Gucci most of those teams, they are strong, you understand. And it's good because whenever we're talking about African teams, we don't talk about Morocco anymore. I think things have shifted from Morocco because to Egypt. So now it's actual black people. Yeah, also, and that's what we want to see very. But I think and also there's that league because I'm going to learn Musane. Mjoba kuna CAF nan. Obviously, ila maliki la akona outside of the World Cup. Ila maliki la akona like globally. You understand? So obviously, CAF it's number one now. Yeah. Looking at one cause one la maliki la akona la you are produce a player, a team omelosha la World Cup. Yeah. So it means you know produce the best. Yeah. There's that they produce 0%. Which one is that one?
I think it's Oceania. I think it includes Australia, New Zealand.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's just 0%. And those are white people, and it's expected better things.
Mara people because we need to also understand that. That's why even Nazis is struggling currently because of bafuna ukuzidlalisa into bona by understand that bafuna sidlala direct football, but yeah, I know but right ba produces zero just to prove ukuthi vele lento yethu.
Okay, so I just want to ask this one question, ne? So does the management has an impact when it comes to Ebola Eldalai, like when it comes to the like Ebola Eldalai. Okay, I need to right now Sonke says Mzipe is in charge and stuff, but does Uguba Konakam Mzipe make ama teams like Uguti Akupu Abela Akon, like looking at Amamelodi Sundowns being one of the best teams in Africa? Does it have an impact if the management is doing well? Uguti even the small teams or players with Bavele the way Bavele Akon.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think answer yakho iyaziphendula yona because obviously if uzothi Umtsipe being there ne-Sundowns then yaqala yashintsha, so i-management style yakho yiyo determine ukuthi company yakho izodeliver or deliver at the end of the day.
And look at budget. Like the man imali ekhona manje uCAF, it's a lot compared to before Umtsipe. Like the winning prizes, like it's a lot, you understand. So for me, I think it plays a big role, you understand?
Yeah.
And sometimes
Motivation.
having a businessman, it's good because I feel like they fail. I'm a president of the CAF because they're not business minded people.
I
You
do.
understand? Abantu bayacave ibola and then akanayo that business aspect, you know. So umtsepe, it's good. And manga check, look at, you know, a lot of guys they don't know Turlan never played football. But he's flourishing in that space, you understand,
Yeah.
compared to Kubantu who played football for so many years, you understand? I doubt Tumtsepe he was in football like that, but the business aspect now it helped Ngute grow that whole thing. Over nama team lab because if the learning these teams are benefiting as well, understand?
Yeah.
And benefit of my team, that means my team are grow eventually because there is money end of the day. Yeah, maybe that's why I imagine that Egypt akusoko easy with Al Ahly akusoko easy with win man because all of these teams now they want that money.
Okay. So, in terms of the future, what does it mean? Like this achievement, does it has any positive like impact going forward for the continent? Like, is there anything still more than this?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot, especially if you check Uguti. Currently, I think South Africa as a national team are the only team that has players based in Africa. Like 99.9% of the team, it's players based in the local PSL.
Yeah.
We understand.
Yeah.
So it tells you a lot Uguti indicate how far in terms of growth.
Okay.
You check all these other national teams, all their players are players mostly abangazalelwanga na in that country,
Sure.
but they play for those countries due to ukuthi ukoko wakhe uvela eGhana, ubabakhe, yabo, all
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
If you check ama history of players amaning in these African countries, it's players like that. So it says ukuthi as a continent we going to grow from here, because now young boys who will want to know ukuthi mina ngibuya kuphi, you understand, and then they'll be told ukuthi your forefathers are from Cabo Verde. Example, Cabo
Yes.
Verde, there's no player edlala in their local league.
Yeah.
All their players are from countries abanye abavelelanga khona, like their
Yes.
captain was born in Scotland, he plays in Scotland, he grew up in Scotland. He got the call up via in LinkedIn. Yeah, they sent him a message lapho ukuthi we see ukuthi ukoko wakho, you understand,
Come and
then
play.
he became their player like that. So most players, even those ones who are still growing, ukuthi they want to know ukuthi mina as a player, can I have that chance ukuthi ngiyo represent South Africa, because a short and a strike, and I think ukuthi in 2-3 years time I'll be ready to lead the attack in the next coming World Cup. You understand?
Yeah.
So I see it ukuthi izovula eminyango for a whole lot of players ukuthi beza bazodlala ema country abane lineage now from.
And also, man, they were giving South Africa a credit World Cup as well, because but I think I don't know if you're the only country where it's 90% of my players are like national teammates, they are playing for South African leagues.
I think
You
we
know,
are the only.
We are
Yeah.
the only, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because they were talking about it as well, and but over us, you look at it, I think we are the number one paying league in the continent. You know, so it makes sense, because I think Upalotelli now, he once had an interview. He was in a process of wanting to have another big tournament, African league, where we see players who won't be required to go and play overseas now, because most of those teams, Nigerians, they have big players, but their league is poor. Not like it's poor. You understand? Like those Nigerian football content creators, they don't talk about Nigerian league. They always talk about EPL or South African league. You understand?
Yeah.
So having that as well, I think is a span. But also, if I'm a regulation, go by a problem already, you know, because it's not regulated, this thing. So you're allowed to go. You choose this guy was like PSG. I think it was Georgia or what's this country?
Georgia.
The Georgia, ne? So that guy wanted to play for South Africa. Because now at Georgia, for when it comes to World Cup, I'm not interested in players. So the only, I think, when the female is South Africa. So I want to go to South Africa at World Cup. It's when bamvayela ngaphandle, you understand, ama-opportunist amade njengalapho.
Yeah.
You understand, because even that guy wase-Cape Verde ubone ukuthi Scotland when it comes to World Cup and accompany in Cape Verde, like, okay, let me just go, because in Scotland if the World Cup badlala njengabo France, and I don't think they were gonna go. And you guys see that that whole squad here France, it's black people.
Yeah, I think they have
Yeah.
about 2 white boys.
Yeah.
Abadlali futhi lapho it's black people.
Yeah. So Stumza, based on the continent, after this achievement, do you think we might see one of the teams kuma finals and stuff? Like, do you have any team in the continent like Oibodangati, it can get far?
No.
I think singabuyela futhi sicheke Morocco based on like consistent yawo, like basitshelile vele ukuthi bona bafuna ukuba a part of Africa, but ke the good thing ukuthi the more basitshela the more baba ama African and the more bas represent like say Africa. So I see them like actually going far, like ngapha. So abanye esha bayabamba bayayeka yazi bantenga intenga.
Do you have the Congo?
Nah.
Khohlwa
Okay.
into leya just ba advance kancane kuBafana Bafana. You know one thing that I've seen ukuthi iBafana Bafana performance yayo World Cup is the same. I think the only difference currently ukuthi kuchange ama rules for etoma teams. That's the only difference, because if we check France, they did the same. They won one, lost one, drawn one.
Yeah.
Okay, like 2010, it was still the same.
Right,
So if
yeah.
the formation belokhu kanje, should be balokhu bazodlula baya ku round 32, or if bengashintshanga ngabe manje ngabe baphumile still. So engakho mina ngithi ayazini okay, angikho impressed anyway. So
Goes to slip. Your question, for me, I don't think there's any African team as we are that far. I understand, because it took us how many years to see African team which was in Morocco on the last World Cup, and I was looking at how right now, because kumbule ukutama African teams are in World Cup, abantu abanjengabo Gattuso from Italy, they were not happy about it because Italy didn't qualify to the World Cup. Understand, bangati they came out, but African teams were totally space. That means they were not happy. We see a lot of African teams were added. Manga pega na placement. No, these African teams, bafuna big teams. Okay, definitely. Bazopuma. That's what they are doing now. Even though it's like that, but that's the narrative that's they're trying to push. And in essence, because when if France, South Africa, it's far good thing a computer in France. You understand? We are far good thing a computer in Argentina. To get my point. So if now still nama krupaza na bazothatha abo Morocco, because ngibona ngathi Morocco bafuna ukufaka ne France or none, understand, or whatever.
Netherlands.
The Netherlands, you understand? Bazo play kanjalo sizophuma ngobuningi, I'm telling you. So when you say any African team uzoyafa, because the only African team esithembele kuyo it's Morocco. Because abo Cape Verde, abo Senegal, abo Ghana, those teams I don't think they bazodlula. Abona nje wasiphumile ku round kuma knockoff. Bayasleka ne a lot of African teams you will see. Azo alandela no.
Okay, that's the reality, I guess. Can we move on? Do you have anything to add?
I
Okay.
Sometimes you open to Mzansi. You can't wait to finish.
So moving on to Bafana World Cup journey. So South Africa World Cup campaign ended with a heartbreaking 1-0 defeat to Canada in the round of 32. Despite the disappointment, Bafana showed resilience throughout the tournament and represented the nation with pride.
No.
Dumza, why?
No, I've just said it. Ukuthi ayikho into special whatever yenzakele. We change information format yakhona ukuthi bakwazi ukuqualify. So even if singayithatha sibuyisele back le, then that means ayikho. There is nothing special about that. Okokuqala nje iBafana bekumele izishayele iMexico like ne first game if bebathi sino coach onengqondo. Bekumele like azishayele.
But okay, let's go back to the part you qualify. qualifying for the World Cup.
Qualifier for i-World Cup.
Yes.
Also ibheke ukuthi ize kanjani uqualify for i-World Cup. Udlale nabo bani, udlalela kuphi? Udlale neZimbabwe eSouth Africa home and away. Wadlala neSotho eSouth Africa home and away.
Nigeria as well.
Negative.
I'm not negative.
No,
I'm just
facts
stating the facts. Like structure manje basis allow vele ukuthi qualify. Yazi even if noma ngabe bebanikeze ubani ucoach oWest, Steve Compella bekanga qualify ngeBafana.
Guys, we had Nigeria in our group.
Yes.
I think we're taking that lightly.
No, guys.
No, like we had Nigeria in our group. We had 3 points deducted from the points we had already accumulated. Yet we still qualified for the World Cup. Yeah, understand. It should count for something. 16 years later, you go to the World Cup, beating Nigeria. Pela Nigeria, they're a powerhouse in African football.
Yeah.
So for them to stay at home and you take that plane to the World Cup, it's big. It's big. Irrespective of what is Lesotho, Zimbabwe, but you had Nigeria there. Nigeria failed to beat Lesotho. They played a draw when they were supposed to win. We beat
So
them.
does that have anything to do with?
Yeah, understand.
No.
It counts.
For the mere fact of what the powerhouse in our group failed to beat Amatimeti Naswadlile should count for something.
Yeah.
So for that mean and for our World Cup journey, I think it's the boys needs to be applauded, man.
Man, when it comes to Bafana, the reason why I sometimes see bash because they can do better, man. Because one, we have all the resources we need, man, to be the best African team. How is it in Nigeria where we don't have anything?
But where are their players playing?
Yeah, I get that. So but my chat is we have all the resources to be the best in Africa. We're not even on good top ban, you understand? We're far. Sasha Abo Morocco, Sasha Abo Senegal, Sasha Matimamani, you understand? And we were supposed to be there fighting after Nigeria and everything. Do you get my point? So in this campaign, it matters. Bafana baluzeka cool for isikhathi makufika uhugo there were no shoes to fill. There were no shoes to fill wena Musa. And mawufika lapho any results oyiproduceayo, you understand, kuba ranto leyo, you understand. I know it's into abantu abangafuna ukuyizwa, but I'm saying ukuthi we've suffered for so long ukuthi anything efikayo sharp yiyo. Do you get my point? So right now ukuthi we played nabobani, it matters. Do you get? Right now ngama friendly we were complaining because why are we still playing friendly with small teams? We can't even spell those names. And why are we still playing friendlies? If you wanna
that team is in the World Cup, they win the World Cup.
If you wanna beat the best, for me, I think you should play with the best most. Right?
Yes,
right now.
Exactly, Chico. Exactly what I think. No cost. As much as we think PSL is the standard that African teams should be looking up to, who are we playing against? You mean to tell me out of 16 teams in the PSL, from 16 teams we took players from I think not more than 5 teams, Abagu national team for a World Cup squad. So it should tell you Uguti, as much as we claim Uguti EPSL is strong, but why can't we have a player from a Polokwane city that's playing for the national team? It should tell you Uguti, we're not as strong as we think we are, and we're not playing against the best week in, week out. So if you get Nigerian boys who play in Italy, who play in England, who play in Spain, and then you go play against those guys and then you beat them, it gives you that hope. If these boys Abasem Zanzi were to be exported to go
Nigeria,
face,
guys, we didn't.
No, we beat them because we qualified and they didn't.
Not.
Okay, okay. Sharp because when we play through and it was like yabo. So I'm looking at Nigeria is the best, right? It could be snap. It best team in Nigeria, and to us,
and it was expected to go to Nigeria is a qualify.
Go there the best because Sinas that means Sinas qualify because we managed to overpower these other teams. You get my point?
And they failed to to overpower those teams.
Okay, na ipoint la ekhona ukuthi when Lesotho was playing against Nigeria, beyidlala kuphi?
Stadium, I think.
Yeah. So also it will bring that thing ukuthi South Africans were running against Lesotho. Beba lapho supporting it. So Lesotho, like, if it felt at home, hence it was ukuthi it perform better against like in Nigeria.
It plays a big role.
No.
It does.
No,
I mean,
it does, but you are a player. You in the match. You playing the match. No.
Yeah.
Like if- I understand the pressure, but that has nothing to do with Bafana qualifying.
It's a contributing factor.
You
can't
Guys,
run away from it.
wait.
It's a contributing factor.
but guys,
As
we
in
can't therefore.
City, we don't applaud them.
Exactly. We can't therefore say ukuthi what we achieved should not be
Ama
applauded.
games where after qualify, Labes was outside. Did you win any of those games?
I can't recall.
We didn't win. That's why we can't recall.
No, but my point is Lana when Achiko ukuthi the Bafana team that we currently have has done what we have failed to do in the past 16 years. And you can't take that lightly.
True.
You understand? And I'm saying again, ukuthi, as much as the boys fought, ne? If our players were playing against the best, like they had the favor yokufana no force, we understand.
It's disappointing.
If 6 players from the current squad were playing in England, even
Yes.
in England Championship,
Yes.
not
yes.
the Premier League. They were playing in the Championship. They were playing in Spain second division. They were playing in Italy second division. If we had players who were at that level, that's the level we should aspire to be in as a nation. Yes, we pride ourselves. It's fine. But when it comes to football, you have to test yourself against the best. And you can't say Mofokeng is the best player in South Africa playing against Abo Polokwane City and Abo Durban City. And then you want the boy to take the world by storm. You can't. You can never. He needs to be tested against the best in the world. Then you will say Ugutia. And if we're gonna go there, you know Ugutia Bafana ready. But we were not. We just that we are a footballing nation. It's a lazy ball. Can never take that away from us. And if we can be competitive in terms of ukuthi siyodlala against abantu abazibhola njengathi, then no one can stop this Bafana team.
Yeah, I think moving forward, sizobona now because we're still gonna play other games and everything. But sizokhona ukubona ukuthi okay, what's really because uHugo yahamba, we're gonna have another coach, right? Lo coach loyo one chance ukuthi because no another thing uHugo bamnike full control of Bafana. Yeah, bamnike full control right now. That means he had the resources and the money in Ghana so come and play, but the selection as well. We always pushing him. Let's just be honest. We always pushing the way they are getting a core and more formations work and everything. Imagine if bagnege all the resources that you need in the world to succeed. But yes, was I mean, but what we need. And what if the second coach was that full control? You're also gonna go back to the same thing we see here before. So me, I'm hoping with the coach about later, but making a full control. You understand? And also now the arrogant. Let's just be honest, arrogance. Because he's a bit arrogant. You understand? Even though that's like sometimes we can't even talk bad about him because of now we in the for the past 16 years. But also need to we're giving credit where it's due. Good to us. It's been years since we saw it happen. You understand? But also there's that part so good who could have done better if Hugo was not arrogant.
You wanted to ask? Oh, okay. No, mina angazi vele ngaba ifeni yakhe uMadala. So anyway, asibonge ukuthi babuyile Bafana akwazi ukuthi nayashesha hamba uphumula sevimali lasemzansi yabo. One thing like Utakaza show ukuthi we can't say abomkwena actually Mofokeng they are the best playing against Abo Polokwane. Guys, I think mina ukuthi iliketu igulesi standard lesana. The only problem that we had currently it was the coach ebekangafuni mhlambe ukuthatha ama ideas like kwabanye abantu or avula ingqondo abe open minded like when it comes to player selection. I can just make an example and I understand ukuthi abantu bazothi ngipitha. First 5 games ka Peterson, first 5 games he ama clean sheet, first 5 games. Then the boy was supposed to be there akwazi ukuthi ayijwayele ahambe nayo, and also anikeze uWilliam start competition le. uWilliam sazi ukuthi okay, I have a keeper la okuthi capable, unlike ukuthi uyothatha ugoal uyohlala ne competition okuthi ayikho, because uChina ama clean sheet wakhe wonke aza because of he was protected, unlike someone ebekangekho protected and was proved which okay, I can be able to do this. Also, if you are check ama play bekawathathile, at the end of the day abomkwena bayenda pha bathola ama yellow card out to abosithola bathola ama red card. So iselection yakhe nje like it was totally out. So with full control, and also it means ukuthi abe more arrogant, then kuba a problem. Mina my fear currently it's a continuation, which, and then how do we perhaps build continue from that? Because Bafana there is nothing special about them. I will still say that there is nothing special about it. If they say same system yakdal, ngabe abayanga na 32. Done. Or should I drop the mic?
Do you think, honestly, if they didn't add maybe extra team about World Cup, do you think chances available there would see a World Cup?
No, if it was still 5 teams, because we were supposed to go now. Besizo Melasio Dala maybe ama qualifier via second best finisher, maybe either Europe or Asia or in. So the chances ukuthi besizo yakube asiyanga.
Okay.
We understand. But in terms of football, guys, in terms of football, this team it's a very young team. It's a very young team. If ama players wethu ambitious, ama agent wethu ane ambition ukuthi abafana baqhubeke football wise. We have 21-year-olds lapana. We have players under the age of 25 that can take Bafana to the next level coming go World Cup ezolandela. If these boys can go, Abu Akon, they are playing go second Bundesliga, Germany, but you can see the composure of that boy. You can see the posture. He's not scared. He feels at home at that level, playing Bundesliga too. So if you can have Abo really playing there against big boys, utate Abo Police, utate Abo Masego, Bayos tester against other players at that level. You can have Mbokazi Lilapana, you can have an Akon, a partnership that can last this country for the next coming 7 to 8 years. A solid, we understand. You're gonna have to bring in new right back, left back, because Oprinonto, I think they're in their 30s already. We understand. So you're gonna have to bring new boys that are going to complement them. Go Lapana, go right back, ne left back, and then you have yourself a solid. You're gonna have to go get a goalkeeper. Go to other countries. Maba plan in South Africa. They plan for a goalkeeper more than they plan for players, because the Korean coach said it. Uguti, we're going to deprive them. Uguti, goalkeeper wa babadlalesi. Coach was Canada Izolo after the game. He said the same thing. Uguti, the reason they were not pressing Williams, it's because of once they press him, Baya Uguti, uzodlala lama pocket passes wake, and then it's about 10. We understand. You're gonna have to get a goalkeeper that's gonna give you that. Uguti, opponents plan against your goalkeeper instead of your striker, because they know once you wadlala lama pocket passes work, the whole midfield back on attack. But then
I think that's what was one of the highlights for me, but I didn't understand it the way Williams Begagalangakon. So do you think Bega right, like with that time wasting?
It's not time wasting. Yeah. It's part of the game plan.
So if we are from the technical, what's
We have
what?
Sundowns.
Yes, it's his style of play.
Okay.
He brings opponents in you'll get 2 forwards that are going to try to close ama-channels wakhe ukuthi bamvalele ukuthi angakhona ukuphasa left back or right back, and then the central midfielder will make himself available ukuthi azocollecta le ball. What Ositole failed to do ngegame yeMexico, they played him that pass, he failed to control the ball, dispossessor, and then they attacked wayenzani a foul by a red card. Those are the channels abo coach laba be Korea nabase Canada bekhuluma ngawo ukuthi they noticed that ukuthi once he played those passes, then that's when South Africa iqala ukudlala khona from ama channels. So you're gonna have to go get a goalkeeper that's gonna give you that.
Okay.
My problem with the statement saga that comes out, it's like we're still pushing the same narrative. You're matching 1-year-olds, you're matching 5-year-olds, and some are youngsters. Guys, those people are not youngsters. We need youngsters, proper youngsters, like your 17-year-old, your 18-year-old, that we can be able to say they are ready for the world. Unlike we say, Mofokeng at the age of 21, 22, no, they still need to go and win it. Mofokeng should be like a proper player by now. Actually, the coach should have trust Mofokeng. I'm whatever role they would okay, I'm willing to do the so you can be able to do that with the effect like 99 or something. But so like if you can be able to do that, like you just turn, you switch her on, you switch her off. I think the difference with other African players is that they got used to racism outside Africa to a point Yoguti, even if Noma Bafiga is stadium packed, they don't feel intimidated. So to us, we need someone who's going to be able to motivate Mofokeng. No, boy, be yourself, do whatever. Like this is the platform where you are allowed to make a mistake when they're in it. Then entertain yourself. Even if when we are losing the game, but when enjoy the game, enjoy good. Okay, today, I did my best. No. So, but enjoy. I did my best. You also have Sibilibili. Sibilibili is young, if I'm not mistaken, who can be able to fill in a good position like a right back. And Ogo Gucci, man, they say versatile. Like convertible, when are normal like that player. If we have such players, at least the Singapore good, like say good, but we're gonna need a continuation.
Tuyebeka ngikhona uyabona ukuthi into leyo bayenza itrainiwe because bayenze kaningi ukuthi badlalise uWilliam uyabona ukuthi okay leya bukuyimemo ukuthi okay this is how we gonna play, you understand. And sometimes guys it's good because William bamregard one of the best goalkeepers because of that, right? But now ukhumbula ukuthi akusonke umuntu odlala iSundowns then yabo, and if that lento bekayenza they couldn't do it konke amagame bawadlala even from the first game. Now but they want to implement that on the last game. For me, I think Kai cowards because and when this cannot be they were booing them. Sharp, I understand that good see what's really going on. We choose a strategy sharp, we get it. But being feeling like we're just delaying. The last AFCON in Nigeria. We delayed the game because of penalties, hoping to Williams also Obama penalties. It gave me the same feeling. It's okay, we are delaying. Because why now Masai Korele Canada with the last 2 minutes? We're playing attacking football, and we should have done that. Then Sibuya back. I want to tell you if we score really, Sabuya be go back to defend. Understand? Sense the into be yens. Bezoba nomad. You understand? But for me, I feel like it's Bogui. Whenever they are playing football, but as a player, udlayela abantu abazibola, udlala nabantu who enjoy watching football, but abangakwazi analyze what bafuna ama results bafuna in, understand. So such critics, this is so feel good America, you guys were delaying. Those people, who can't blame them. That's how they saw the match, to get my point. So njengami ukuthi bengifila ngathi that it was not necessary per se because then if they that buka knockout stages, it win is very important there. Bese ngadlayile draw. Bayenze into beyenze South Korea. South Korea into badlisile kithi. Yile into bayenzile because bona they just needed to draw according to them because of qualify. Yabadlisa nathi we became South Korea. Labo nganasidingo khona. According to I might be wrong, stand to be corrected, but that's how I felt because I watched the whole thing. Ngiyabona ukuthi labo I think they are bafuna ama penalty. That people ngakhona. Because each 8 they are not pressured, those people. Basadlala lento yabo. And now ukhumbula Canada they studied uRonwen because they're not going to him. Mapis badlala lento yabo leya bebangakuyomaka. Now they were just chilling.
Yeah, but then mina as much as mhlambe sifila ngathi beka wrong ne. One thing that I hate the fact ukuthi those Europeans or whoever they want to dictate our style of play. Bafika 2010 ba complain ngamavuvuzela and then ivuvuzela is quick grounding. Bafika manje say ukuthi okay sidlala in now showboating it's not, it's disrespect in. So it doesn't make sense. The strategy said to if bekuthi kumele sekuma penalty then bathembe ukuthi uRonwen uzowabamba ama penalty. Then that was our strategy at the end of the day, and then we should have went with that sat defender like actually more compact rather than ukuthi sithi no bekumele siba attack. So if
Lento le ngaspana with Canada was not there. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
Not even that. Did you watch the whole
Canada? No, you understand which ones are going but okay, then in Canada, it was not there. But also, those people will be dangerous if you open up and then you are attacking them because of Bazofun Gubambang counter. They've got nothing to lose, Bona. Which if you attack, absorb pressure, and then he says that's why Nabo, he play Nabo, Begu, which may absorb pressure. Ikogunzi, Mamanga, South Africa, people, Bambelanga, some of which Bason. Because they thinking Uguchi, these people want to do exactly what China say playing against them. So far, if he can play nature was good to see winning a penalty. There was nothing wrong with he can play and up until their moment delay Oguchi by losing concentration then by concede. And China, say I'm a South African, yes, we can be able to say which is South Africa was not supposed to do that. But for them, they are not supposed to tell us how to play. They're not supposed to dictate to which is Laranja Nepal.
Okay, so can we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to our third topic. I think this one is also one of the interesting ones because besides the whole World Cup and Bafana thing, we had some positive things on our side, which concern Mbokazi, the breakout star. So one of the biggest positive for South Africa was the Mbokazi, the young defender, impressed throughout the tournament, earning a praise from football analysts and attracting attention from international scouts. Many believe he has a bright future at the highest level. Did you see the same thing, or what's your take on that?
We've been saying Mbokazi is a generational talent, guys.
True.
It's gonna take us a while to produce another player of his caliber. You understand? So it's not a mistake. Now the world has taken recognition to him. It's been there. We've been saying it from the moment the boy stepped foot on the football field. It's
and looking at how he grew as a player from Guti Angene to Sundowns to first team. Pirates so it didn't take him long. Like Magafika to make the first few games, he became that player. You understand?
I mean,
you couldn't ignore to get. After that, did he play full season? He Pirates before he moves. Because I think half season.
He replaced Undang.
Yeah, I think he played half.
Yeah.
Coaches. I think he played half.
Yeah.
I understand. Already, and I'm saying Chicago. It might happen that way, Guti. And I've seen, because we spoke about it in one of our episodes, Guti. In Chicago, I think they're gonna put a price tag on the boy. You understand? They're gonna put a price tag on him. They are gonna sell him if there is someone who's gonna come and put a good price. Because MLS Nakona voted the MVP player. He got more votes compared to Messi. You understand? So it shows good there is something about him. And World Cup into esihlala sikhuluma ukuthi as a player i-World Cup is the only platform any audience enkulu where you can be recognized to go and play for big clubs. You understand? Abo CAF and Sharp, we see them. You understand? Abo Club World Cup. Yeah, but World Cup, that's the platform where with players like Mbokazi, Abo Re, Ban. You want our best players. You want them to shine so that they can go. They can be scouted to go and play for big teams. I just pray with him. This Chicago Fire. Bangabi, stubborn guy, you understand? Let's just allow. Because remember also we bashed that move Mbokazi, Maga MLS like nah, that move, that American league, you understand? But looking at how PR they're doing, MLS Mbokazi, that PR also is benefiting the boy because it's making him popular. Because the MLS it's a smaller team, but those Americans they are good when it comes to EPR, when it comes to marketing. That's why I'm over in everything about Yenza globally. It pops, you understand? MLS right now they are chowing Mbokazi. They are giving him good PR. They are making him like bas phones. They are making him a star. Besides, good we star already as a player. You understand? Already, Magago World Cup he was popular. That's another thing. You understand? So right now, I think with how he played, because for me Mexico, Bafana they were playing bad, but Mbokazi. We always best thing and I'm even yesterday. Bambula sumsebenzi that guy Mbokazi, understand? So that's why I end up Ashana one. Even though yesterday also I saw Kuliso also yesterday he had a good game. If you watch the full game, you would say go to Kuliso, Mbokazi, both of them they had good games yesterday. Do you understand?
Why do you keep on emphasizing on watching the full game?
That's why the cause let's try to just I you no Nepal, no muto bugala my highlights. Hey, wanna like what you no muto bugala game, ubugala my highlights, figures what you want. But besides that, I'm just saying good if you watched a full game, bozo bonuguti, because abantu abaningi they always saying Mbokazi also Ukuliso nai he had a good game. You understand? He had like he played a big role. You understand? So I think we should also give props to him as well. So I think the difference now is age because those big teams they are obsessed in age. Back from about 17, 18. You understand? Also about 30. Because people are asking why Kuliso bang even though it's Sundowns at some point they refused. They had a chance to hang. But right now at the age of 31, 32, I don't even if there are teams as Mfunai. Because of your age, but Mbokazi, age yamvumela, he's usafomine sharp. They should just allow him to go because people are saying, okay, right now Liverpool in the menu they need a defender. They don't have a solid defender. For me, even though Liverpool in the menu didn't, but for me, I can still support that move. Going to EPL, it's a big move for me.
True.
Yeah, Yabana, it's unfortunate, man. You're gonna have to. Especially when you talk about the EPL, you as a South African, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go via some smaller team lapana go. Yeah, you understand. As now momentum is gathering, yoguti Nottingham Forest, Yamfona, that's where they're gonna have a full observation like a week in week out when he's there he's close to them, you understand? It's like it's a ploy you okay, let's allow Ugutu Timsan Amtat so that Sizom assessor Allah it does regularly, you understand? Then we can go fetch him Masesim Bonuguti is ready to one of the big teams.
So what you're saying,
but
any EPL team it's fine,
any EPL team he should go because EPL is it's the standard, man. It's that league you play in that league. In fact, you can see it's unfortunate because I don't see him improving. I understand our striker, sure. But if Mbokazi can go to Nottingham Forest, I think he'll be tested week in week out. I just hope when he gets there. But he seems like a boy who has a very solid head on his shoulders. He won't do a OJ when he gets to England. Yeah, but no, I mean for me, the point is to I know I was against that. US
yeah, a lot of guys they were against that.
But if that opportunity arises to any EPL team, he must go.
Now for me, I think EPL will do because and about Saudi Arabia, nah.
No, and about Saudi Arabia, it's where Bokuliso should go.
Yeah, you know, in this
business.
business, guys, good PR is very important. You understand? Because besides you being a good player, but if you don't have a good PR, no one will be out there. No one, you won't get these opportunities.
Exactly.
You understand? So I saw what's in MLS now. That's what they are doing. You understand? With him, you understand? So they are giving him good PR. And should you, if you're an agent, also should be that agent. I'm right now. Because you don't have to go out and say, I'm managing this boy, go and watch it. Already MLS, they are doing that. Not Chicago Fire, the whole of MLS, they are doing that for them. So.
Yeah, because I wanted to also ask Uguti, don't you think Uguti also the same agent, like actually that impact in terms of promoter the boy because
he's more talented. If you are gifted, more talented.
Yeah.
It's the same as with Cristiano. Cristiano opened a YouTube channel last year. The first person in the world to do that in one day. He became number 2 after Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is the guys who number subscribers money. You understand? Like when I'm so good team, if we have good PR already, besides the manager Akisebenze, already as in Mbokazi already right now. Yeah, number one. Besides, we don't even know agent Jack, right? You know what? He's already a good brand. He's a solid brand. You understand? And as I'm saying, good about Chicago Fire, because we sing about Chicago Fire, we sing about MLS pushing the boy. You understand? It has nothing to do with all of that. Yes, maybe on the side he's doing a good job. You can't take away that. You understand? But about MLS, none for me. That PR they are giving Mbokazi, they can easily post. They can easily do that. Give it to Messi or give it to whoever, give it to Song. Because there are a lot of big players who get MLS as well. But the whole of MLS, the shining star, it's the boy for me.
Yeah, remember MLS as a league owns these players. They are the ones about who actually subsidize their moves and stuff like that. So they belong to the MLS as an entity, and then the teams there he won't about subsidize for our players. You understand? So that is why it's actually it's so big. It orders well for MLS as a league. Ukuthi Mbokazi uyashine. Hence they are nabo ba rider on
the wave.
On this wave ukuthi Mbokazi Mbokazi net.
And it's a good initiative the cause because of if when a star because they know that they're gonna benefit.
Exactly.
Irrespective of Uguti, now you need to focus on Messi or you need to focus on whoever. Then Boana by league, then they're gonna do their level best to Gucci but push like I'm a player. So but what I was saying when I party, it was not Gucci Mklamba, I'm taking anything away from the boy. I was just like saying Gucci, as much as I star, but also agent a crucial role Gucci it was Gucci
to facilitate the move.
Yes, because now like yes, uzenzile, but kunomuntu behind that.
That lady took a lot of stick for that move.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
She was criticized a lot.
Oh yeah, I know.
Even Hugo Bruce himself said ukuthi a woman is handling his business affair. That is why umfana ayara. But I think where she is right now, she's very proud ukuthi umfana akamlethanga down.
Yeah. And alone Mbokazi noma ngabe babakhiphela amanye ama defender phela lokho zoba right.
I won.
Yeah, because I remember there's an interview Ronwen Bege yenza na this podcast, and uthi in the good national team umdiba ngithi udlala left back, so uthi bokwe throw in Mbokazi wathi kumdiba ukuthi phuma lapho wena, telling him to go forward. He'll handle those guys like so like Mdiba got a shock. This man wants to handle all these players by himself. So what Tumsad is saying is actually correct. But he can do it.
We've seen him do that because go left back, go right back.
Yeah, namanje lama goal beka wasave. Ravela ungazi ukuthi uvele.
Uyanyamalala.
So it means besides being strong also in speed.
Yeah.
You understand? So he has all the qualities to be he's a complete player I think right now. And at the age of 20, for me, That's
And for me, I think also Hugo Umadala should have also done something. Ngalento leyo captain waka goalkeeper. Then he should have just maybe entrusted the boy, which hasn't.
actually so that's what I said. They should have given him
they should have,
that belt.
yeah.
You understand?
Because none time wasting. It was one of the things which captain we pelo allowed to kuluma no Mr. Ref. So you wouldn't expect to run and go kichime from la.
Mari language, me don't you think?
Ushukuthi language bengaba inkinga kanjani
Mbokazi.
adlala lena.
Guys, ukhulu sohlulekile lapha yaba. Athi he. Bakhuluma la. I guess my leagues yabo. So also maybe that as well, you know. So you didn't know.
No, but I think whoever is gonna take over from Ihigwelihle Madoda, I think they will, looking at long term, they will make the boy captain of that national team. It's bound to.
Yeah, I
happen.
think if it's not Ronwin, definitely now automatically it's. Mara bangafuna ukuyenza usibisi ne?
No.
Usibiswana ubuya.
Uspisi angeke asadlalela i-national team after this.
Yeah.
This was his last call up.
And they say question on the call up le.
No. I think he had ama news where he gwelihle. I think he began ama news where he gwelihle.
What do you think ngwana sisi?
Mina, I feel ukuthi we failed to utilize him to his strengths.
Okay.
You can't have a target man and not use him as a reference point. You understand? I mean, we have the ball, we have a tall target man Lapan, but we're not referencing to him. We want to see Susela. He's not going to be effective for the team. If you have a guy like Wana says, you hit the wing with the ball, you service the box. He'll always be there. But that is why Sibona ngathi umjidaka alqavi, because ukulidlala inyaweni. And it's asking a lot from him. It's not his strength.
And I was telling the chances ukuthi this guy siyazi kuma corner nanani kuma set pieces, you know. He's good when it comes to my head, but we didn't see that a lot, you know. Because
he was not getting that service. So you're going to end up saying, but if Sitata riding, Umasego wants to cut inside, he's not going to service the box. Police wants to cut inside. So no one is actually servicing the box from the wings. You have to go to Umele Umudao or Umudiba overlap and then Kana Bayo Zamukfagama crosses inside the box. It's not gonna happen every time you are in transaction of attacking your opponent. Because now they have their duty, they know what they can't be always found wanting ukuthi kana ba track up back mababu square mababo.
So Takago navumela nathi as ukuthi Hugo, because what you're saying it makes sense, understand, and him as a coach was supposed to identify that as soon as possible. Abona ukuthi okay, it's not happening. Okay, what's the yini enye plan engaba khona, understand, because sometimes it's, for me, I think it was just useless because we've been complaining we don't have strikers, number one. If Bas Nama striker, asna muntu ba supply, you understand? And we've been having issues with that. And him as a coach, Bogman and I couldn't we pick up because we're not hired to be Bafana coaches, but we're able to pick up certain things, you understand? But him as a coach getting all of that salary, don't you think there was someone who was telling him, hey man, Marasona, because to be honest, we've been having these issues from Dal, you understand? Same issues. Okay, I come supply and what's the solution? Because right now, defensive wise, South Africa we good. The world knows. Hey, when it comes to defending, that part we are sorted. Our police, we good. So it means when it comes to my strikers, we have 3 strikers, right? 3 of them that didn't give us anything. And not even our moments would maybe finishing there was nothing. Reina Sungenile, he didn't do anything. You understand? He didn't give us anything. You know, so it means go attacking Kuma strike kune issue corner. Do you understand? It's something that needs to be fixed. Because in say ignore ukhulunywa sesiqinisa hayi abasupply akuna supply. What's the solution? You understand? Because uFoster uFoster bamgaya inkinga yakhe nje beyangaqedi nangazofika ngithola uyawathwala lamabhola la afika kuyo unenhlanje ukuthi afika kuya amabhola but he can't finish. You understand? So it means le akusinkinga ya the whole team, it's him as a striker. You understand?
No, I think we could have used that. As a player, when you're playing in a big league, you command a certain amount of respect from your teammates because they want to give you the ball every time they have the ball. So if you are a Mahopa, a Renas, Lapana, Slala Songo PSL, but into enza ukuthi umjida ba ayithole service is because of maybe uyakhona ukubatshela ukuthi yini you understand. So they always try ukuthi bam service all the time, but mina I'm saying ukuthi if we wanted to use uMahopa to his strengths, kube sithathe Maseko sambeka ngaku left, hit the byline, cross, Police hit the byline, cross, adlale ngaku right. Lento leyo yokufuna ukukhatha inside, then sizofuna ukuthi simnike lona la al hold
lemqaka enyawo.
Lemqala inyawo, you understand. So if you hit the byline and then you hit the cross, khona lapha umnandi moyeni, he can win us headers and then sithola ama second ball. If akayise palini, then we select ground and sithola ama second ball. We have people who can hit the ball. We have Umbata who can hit the ball. We have Ukwena who can hit the ball. Like the goal ever scoring ayo.
Hey, beka feel umkweni zolo naye.
We understand. Le clearance leyana ka akon it fell kumuntu right ovele wa pick spot wa score. So if we were using umjida correct, we could have got a goal or two.
Or ukwazi ukore Chiefs kuphela maybe.
But then yeah, that
ukore Chiefs kuphela umjida. Let's move musa. Yeah, Chiefs uyayikora.
Another debate by Mbokazi Mofokeng. So a strong football debate continues around Mbokazi Mofokeng. Some analysts argue that he still needs to improve against teams that apply an aggressive high press before making the move to Europe, while others believe his talent is undeniable and simply needs the right environment to develop. Yeah.
No, guys, the boy is talented. Okay, I don't think Uguchi kusamele hold up anymore because it's been proven which is funama player which ayodlala abroad in others okwazi ukuthi asiprove. But I feel like Uguchi Mofokeng was not given a platform right kwi World Cup. The first game it maybe based on niga leana, so the fact yokuthi azange adlale, so while abantu bambhekile bamlindile and all those other things, it was also the contributing factor ukuthi azithole mhlawumbe anga deliver the way abantu ba expecting akona, because ufike already under pressure kuyabona ukuthi ufika sesilose 3 points, and then now you need to ukuthwala a team as you are normally doing like with Pirates or something like that. And we've been saying ukuthi Pirates ithola Mofokeng, actually Mofokeng uthola Pirates ngena pressure, so ukudlala kwakhe kuba like lula. So no, Hugo Bros should have done the same thing, which okay boy, nayi opportunity nayi Mexico izilahlela inyoke feel ngena uzenzele into zakho adlale, and then even if noma mhlambe kutholakala leyo draw or story win, and then kuba a confidence booster kumfana. So for me there is nothing wrong engathi uyenzile or engibonayo, it's just nje ukuthi coach did not believe that much.
Yeah, I think I support Tumsane. I think coach man umphuzile Mofokeng kule World Cup because the way sikhuluma ngoMbokazi ngakhona bekumele she's the same thing ngomfukeng, you understand. And what I've picked up on coach, it's either if umfaka early keeper, if umfaka late, you understand. Nakhona kuna lento leyana mana kamni, I think sometimes the platform, but I've heard but makadlala ama 90 minutes we are struggling. I think even naku PSL sometimes Mofokeng basonokunyamalala within the game, you understand. So maybe that's the reason, you know. And also it can be a talented player but not a complete player as yet. We're not saying Gucci is not talented. He is talented, but you need to be a complete player. Cristiano Agabanga a complete player overnight. You understand? Agabanga a complete player, you understand? But already was talented. You know? So now, I think maybe that's where we are now. And also, man, you don't bother to seeing your peers shine and you know when you are more talented than them, mentally, psychologically, it will affect, you understand? So I'm hoping it's not that, yeah, but sometimes whenever you read these comments, kunabantu faka ama comments anengqondo yana whenever you read okay actually bangaba bane point kuphi kuphi yabo, but right now obviously they didn't give him that gameplay. Mofokeng, we can't even say much about him in a sense, because you should have given him that Omakhopa. He had more gameplay than Mofokeng, you understand? No police naye almost singamtholi almost angatholanga that gameplay leyo, you know, police. If you can check, if unga check, because Mexico na ungene ngabo 20 minutes or 10 minutes, you know. So kunzima to be honest ukhuluma if he didn't really play kangaka, because the second game adlale kuyo everyone was talking about Mofokeng. You understand? As a coach, bekumele I pick up lapho because actually there is something, you understand? Ngoba ngabheka wonke lama commentators America lawo they were just talking about Mofokeng no Mbokazi, yabo. This time around the game le, no one is saying anything about Mofokeng, yabo, because uthi makaphuma makabuya akasangenanga like ish umkhiphe konke umuntu was saying the same thing. Uthi ke umkhiphele, you understand? So does he get tired quick?
But to cut
is it the issue?
We have time.
The cows.
We sub. Upome because of begani injured, slightly nyana injured. Because I was one of those people who were complaining how come Ngapha keep on Mofokeng.
Is he injured? Was he injured?
Yes.
How do you know?
The commentators Maba stated the reason they did highlight it was due to injury. But Nami Ngimbonile after the match Maga walk, I didn't see anything. But that was
there's no injury.
Yeah, that was
injury most really game time.
I think it was one of those alula watolanyana even good training. Sigbone ungasekho then you know. I think it was one of those.
Really. From Dala, akaza mampeka uyo nje bengamfaka Mofokeng. Is it makamqala uzomkhipha or uzomfaka ku7?
I was just answering
the question. I get you. I'm just saying it's partner le uhu injury or no injury, he was going to do the same.
And ube nesibindi sokuthi athi akekho ready.
The whole player, big player PSL,
akekho
ready. This palm is yeah. The cows.
Yeah, I just want to ask you one question. Why do you think it's important for a South African player to play abroad? Not even you, also now as STUNS, like why it is so important for a South African player like abroad?
I don't think mina go important. Okay, besides the fact you adjust to a different environment, because a South African player mostly they're comfortable with good PSL, good sekhaya, you do whatever. Yeah, we are ungaye Jimini, usuke Jimini uhambe uzithola usemething uyajiva kumnandi ukuyabo. But when you are international, awubi nale nto leyana like mine ukwazi ukuzibamba, ukwazi ukufocus ukuthi okay, I'm outside of my comfort zone, I need to do what I came to do here. So mhlambe psychologically so iyanceda ukuthi player libe like man livuke nyana. But with Mbokazi mina I still feel ukuthi whether bekahambile or bekangahambanga beka still azoyenza the same thing, bekaloku azowabhamuza amabhola, bekaloku azomaka, bekaloku nje azodlala. So also it says ukuthi wena as a person uziconducta kanjani. So for me na overseas move, it's for mentally so ukuthi ube ready for a different environment. But besides that you guys fana nabo Foster basidlisa.
Okay, let me start gule Garile ne. I stand to be corrected, man. I stand to be corrected. Urile is a poster boy PSL, so he has all the traction. All the attention Ogoye. He's a poster boy. He's PR for no one comes close to PR Garre. I think he's even gonna win a player of the season, player of the season, young player of the season. After the concluded season, let's Pumagul. So it talks about the readiness of all that when it happens. And understand is the boy capacitated enough to handle it? all distraction ebhekane naye, can he handle it? Yeah, maybe it's too much. Maybe he's not equipped to go to. Yes, he might be a good football player, but then maybe agekho equipped to go to psychological go to handle. I mean, I don't remember or really putting a man of the match performance against the big teams, either Kaizer Chiefs or Sundowns or any other big team in the PSL. I don't remember. He always gets swallowed in big games, and that should tell you what maybe it's a mental thing. So when he gets there, he finds it hard to go to step up to that hype in Begalapan. You understand? So for me, I believe maybe one more season in the PSL, if no team comes up, they are willing to bamfake ku program is enhancer as a player. Very talented young man, but I believe maybe a little bit psychologically, maybe a big moment swallow him.
I'm asking this question because I feel like you let the pen lie in their life. So the issue is, I think Baba, like mentally or psychologically, Ababi right when bangale. Like yabona lento kodwa ukhuluma ngayo ukuthi mentally maybe ngaba upgrade or advance in a way, but I feel like mina personally iyabacindezela. So that's why I'm asking you guys ukuthi why it is so important for a South African player ukuthi aye ngale, like why kwamele ukuthi our league ayikho nkulu ngaleyo ndlela na, because my issue is, and I also stand to be corrected, we don't have any star, maybe I think except Benny, right? Pinar, Steven Pinar, I think also played for one of the biggest teams.
Zuma.
Yeah, but I think it's Yababala and Nakona. Okay.
Dr. Kumalo.
Badlale kuphi?
Badlali.
In which what
EPL. What they've played.
Bayile.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my thing is, Ababi that big.
Yeah.
I don't think ukuthi Lucas Khatewe he's big ngale.
It's huge. Yeah, it's a big thing.
Hence I said I stand to be corrected, because from where I'm standing, I don't think ukuthi baba bakhulu like ngendlela thina is expecting. I think our wish or my wish mangabe baya ngale is to be in the same spot njengabo Mbappe in a way, not Messi or Ronaldo, but Mbappe, you know, with Balande, number 3, number 4. But I feel like they don't get that, more especially the ones that we have right now. Abongkota, I don't know which one's Aningale. He's also a youngster, same age as Urile, but I don't get the hype. Yeah, unless if you're using the PR, like the one Ohambe no Mbokazi. Yes, he's a good player, that I know, but because of the PR, Kubangan now he good than really. But I don't think ukuthi kwamele ukuthi siphush ukuthi baye ngale yondlela, because ngifila ngathi they come back and mababuya.
But of course, as I think
have
uzayiphendula uTakhaku in one of the commissions benazo nokuthi sometimes them being out there, they get to be exposed to play with big players, understand? Then kuma big stages, already they are used to playing Nabo Cristiano, they are used to playing Nabo Mason, and for me I think going abroad, it helps in that sense, understand? There was a point where I remember Sundowns, Barcelona, they came and played with Sundowns, right? In Sundowns, the reason why they didn't win that game, because they idolize them a player now. You understand? They were not there to win. They wanted to take pictures with those guys now. You understand?
Yes,
but because they are not exposed.
I'll forget this thing.
Okay, show me how I call.
Ngibone isithombe sika Abongile Tom, ne, standing next to Ronaldo, ne. I think that's into yenzakalayo when our players go that side. You get to stand like next to one of the biggest players, but agazabe king to like he's always the fourth assistant but he's not there like asu referee to ubambe image nana. You get to see them, but ngathi yiphupho.
Yeah, but move abroad on a coast is very important, Debo. If you know opportunity, yes, South Africa, the reason why they don't move, them something. You get in a mind. You understand? They get paid very well, Debo. And another thing, paid mind with our football very different from Thailand. It's in about sugar and understand. So now those players, I believe, they didn't prefer South African players because of that, because they didn't like it. Then our football is in Jaman, you see, formalize a match. but yabo Chabupule obanbani bokushukela bo Skarangobes, remember, right? Bokushukela, and I think European whatever, they didn't appreciate that. That's why most players they didn't really because Tina Uskarangobes, according to us, because we got to develop starting we young. But about so cool, okay, bonga say star like that, you understand? But because we didn't understand the football. But once you start understanding football, when I'm also to see it's okay. We heard about the one Chabupule, they had that impact, but football wise, more bigger, I'm a standard. It's not there. Yeah, so for me, we didn't see a lot of them moving because of that. I might be wrong, but I think our football was different. Because even Nama Israel must be game. I was a bit worried because whenever you do that to them, you understand?
Yeah.
And South African, that's how they used to play. And I saw Mutau did it. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
So that those overseas, I appreciate. Cristiano Mange first season Gumenu Beganza the same thing, but he changed how he played. Remember Beganza? Now he was doing he was doing the same thing. They hated him because of that. He had to tone it down a bit. So Tina adapted. It's only now where we want to play in Jingama Europeans and Sundowns now. I think one of the first team about that football they would say. This is a professional football, how they are playing. Al-Kibel, you understand, the whole management, the whole culture team, they didn't believe in that, you understand?
Yeah.
And that's why maybe international as well, back home compete.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, like, okay, I think this is my take. I also want our players to go abroad. But I want into a game. I think Mbokazi direction like it makes sense for me because Italian to Nalo PR is also working, and through ama games you also see other teams about interested guy. But Leo Gutitina we will push Guti player lehambe where else a player kungeko anyone or interested or anyone big or interested that side. And I don't think it's right. Because I think even really the pressure uitola even ending. Because I think Kubo they also want to go to have but exactly you know. Yes, you don't grow, but what I'm saying is yes the Izolo the star Peyan they injured from Canada side.
Davis.
Ungene very late. I think it's 70 minutes or something. Magangena wachincha the tempo ya change. I think it's the same thing with Uzwane. Tina we don't like Uzwane, but players mangen Uzwane. They get excited. Like now feeling ati sesizodlala match. My point is we do have such a thing. You don't need to go abroad or play for a big team for you to have that impact when it comes to a career or a team or yabo. So I think
They are teams on the pay, to be honest with you. And as a Nyam is one of those teams, shooting showers, they don't pay well.
Yeah.
And also, if the team is not able to we play, you're not getting paid well. Because anything, once you start to be a star, there are certain standards you will be. So now, if you're playing for a private, then you are a big player, but you know, you know what you're it's all on you. And it's an aspect that before.
Yeah.
So going from there to whatever, there's someone who said Mbokazi was good because it's gonna make money. It's getting almost $1 million.
yeah.
Definitely to stay away. That's why most of us buy overseas now. I want people like this. It's much more accountable to this thing. I want to start it up. And then I will be able to. And they will broke anytime soon.
Yeah.
So move up business-wise for me.
It makes sense. Yes.
PSL, what are the Sundowns, what are the decisions that are to reach this thing? Also, the Sundowns will reach this thing. And if you are still young, still have a chance to grow. I don't know if I make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, also, for me, to grow via muscle diet, there's no other, I'm not going to PSL, you must go out.
Yabona, mina I'm gonna make the example so you go to Zambia or to Malawi right now, ne? You ask a professional footballer in those countries ukuthi ufuna ukuzibona adlala kuphi, he's gonna say South Africa. Why? Because some of the best players in the continent badlala ku PSL, so they want to test themselves against those players. You understand? It's the same thing like players like Abu Halad. Abu Halad, in no way, they were big fish in a small pond. So by them moving from Lapana to Borussia Dortmund, it's a step up because now they are testing themselves against some of the best players. Not all, but then you ask them what their ultimate is what. It's either EPL or a La Liga, where some of the best players are found. You understand? So you can never say Uguti, a player from Europe in a European country ufuna ukudlala in one of the European countries where some of the best players are playing, and say Uguti it's not a good thing to move. It's a good thing Uguti ufuna test against the best in the world. Uguti man, I remember at one point Italy was once the hub of best players. Every good player wanted to go play Italy, you know, because they had the cream de la crop player Italy. So players wanted to see themselves battle Italy. Unfortunately, Italy's standard has dropped lately, but it was once the epitome of a football player which Asbon Italy. So exactly, Abo film singer they went the bebe a Paris, Abo non-vetted, they found themselves there, but Udinese, you know, they played against the best in the world at that time. So it's each and every player's dream to go test himself against the best. So I mean, I'll always advocate for players to leave. You check most of West African players, they go to Belgium, Norway, they test themselves, and then they get spotted, and then the next thing umuntu sega Portugal, the next thing umuntu sega Netherlands, and then they grow. Zugu a player selidlala ku EPL because he has gained the experience of against some of the best players in the world.
Anything you wanna say, Stunza? Okay. So that means we're moving on to our second last topic. Yes. That's not important. The important thing is the topic. Ne? So it's the Uruguay post-elimination controversy. So report claims that after their elimination, the team planned a charter flight was cancelled, forcing players to return home on commercial flights. If confirmed, if this is confirmed, what does this say about the planning and the players' welfare after the major tournaments?
I think I think abantu abathembise ukusponsora the flight, they have pulled out because they came back home ill. I just think so good, because remember ukuthi these people seek funding ukuthi okay sizo sponsora ngokuthi, so if you're gonna come back home early and then visibility amesho ukuthi so minimize it. So I just think ukuthi it's unfortunate for the players ukuthi they had to fly back commercial.
I think it's about punishment. That's what I wanted to go
to. Used to be one of the best teams. So now them good bangafiki. But also in Italy, remember after they've won the World Cup, the second one about group stages. So it's normal, man, you know. Stumza?
No, ibukeka njenge-punishment more than anything because obviously we know ukuthi sibukhela ama-player angaka for like this already that money it's there yabo so I feel ukuthi it's punishment and also ukuthi somehow it's fair sometimes it's unfair because of the officials bona abazipunishe ngale ndlela leyo bona like khona manje Bafana ibukile bahleli lapha nabuntu abo-18 Mackenzie badla kamnandi thola ukuthi umuntu uspenda ngoma 300,000 a day ayi-one so sometimes it's fair sometimes it's not fair.
Do you have anything to say?
Not really. I was not shocked. Yeah, but even though I was a bit hurt to see Uruguay iphume ele because we are following la we are maphela akhroti Uruguay and I'm sure about it. And sometimes as much as not you are disappointing South Africa ibuyile, but those people who are used to that standard or winning like that, they are way super but they are disappointed more than us as a country, you understand? Because looking at how things are and how many games did they win? Any games? Uruguay. I didn't watch any of the matches, but by look of things. Yeah, show me those. Lega 9 ile ayisebenzelanga.
Punishment. So what happened to like when it comes to because I think we had a similar situation, not exact, but with Mackenzie. I think Nabega promised Bafana something during.
I think for me, I'm not a fan of Mackenzie, but when it comes what he's doing now, portfolio, I'm not sure. Sometimes we should just give credit where it's due, man. One, politically, let's just put politics aside, right? The my ministers right now, he's doing well in that portfolio, right? He's not perfect, but he's doing well in that portfolio. He's visible, you understand? And I think now we tend to talk about sports and since they're interested in nobody interested in because of him, yeah, to get. And I think also he listens. That's one thing, you understand? Yes, I can't cover e-colors but he does listens. Lang feeling at you like corner to me, because my first time I figure out telling them a super fan cut, but he end up bringing it because we still in any understand? Because the one to buy la pabonk, my friends, so go back to issue. No one because whenever talking about super fan, always thinking of Mama Joy, right? And Mama Joy, she got a private funding to go to the World Cup. It was not from 18 Mackenzie, but all the money that he spent because for me it was a bit useless abantu njengabo abasing abamafigures all ngazobani there's artists who when they understand to support, you understand. For me, why we have a lot of football lovers.
Uthatha influence.
Understand? And while we have a lot of football lovers who those are football lovers, you understand? They advocate for South African football. We should have taken them. Why Mama Joy now is you can't talk about South Africa. I'm a super fan of South Africa. I'm mentioning Mama Joy, even though now she does not have a stable team. But as a fan, she deserved to be there.
She held the interview, man. I said Bambuza in 2010. She knew nothing about the World Cup in 2010. So it was unnecessary for Uguti Simusele. Also, I feel me Nuguti man, okay, in MTT make a lot of noise. Minister wako flip flop. That's why as okuluma loko enze loko. That's the first thing. And then you said we shouldn't actually sefagama politics into this. But so far, angiboni mina into serious engathi sport angithi okay, this is exactly what K18 has done. Balula was the same, was the loudest. He did nothing. So like the money le bayimoshayo ngama super fans nayo yabo lokuthi bambe bayohlala eDubai ahamba yobukela ibhola kuphi. It's a lot of money that should perhaps be invested with South African football, in growing South African football. They've killed ama Wednesday ekoleni. We used to have ama sports day ngama Wednesday, you know, which by 11 o'clock it's chai time because you cannot be zulu kufundana ne locust lapho uhamba uyodlala ibhola. Others are abekho good like academically, so they should just they can take that money, invest it, go into ladies soccer, because our ladies are doing far better. As much as yes, the impact is not gonna be like the same as the guys, but they're doing far better. They can take that money and buy invest lapayana. So for me, these people are doing nothing, guys. Bahleli nje, basidlela imali. Simple.
Just to just kiss kancane. Do you see ukuthi la orange enzeke la orange farm can you ne came wathi kunama khokha abadlala ibhola orange farm, I didn't know, right? Ababanike abazobanika I strip sebhola seregala ye PA. Yeah. Online it was hot. What's your take on the football?
No, I never
You didn't see it?
No.
Yeah. And funny thing is la orange farm. Bapaneng a kid, but keep the wonke le regala ye PA.
The keeper is Valamans or just a normal football kit.
Nah, it's a football kit, but nye branding ye PA.
Manjalo, I need to get vote. Manjalo, that's one thing. Like I'm a politician, and I understand. As me, I feel like I'm a politician. I just fail to that like level, because if you wanna support Ebola or support any other program that is there, do it after my election. Or support it throughout. Leo 5 years, you want to be there, be visible. You cannot just come to me and then I should be happy and wear that thing, and it doesn't make sense. Like this T-shirt thing, I think ANC now is much.
Full kitted. Yeah, no why. It's that time.
Yeah.
Silly season of politics.
Let's try.
Yeah. I think this is the end of our episode. No more topics. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know, do you have anything in closing?
Yeah, no. Guys, continue to subscribe. Let's grow the channel. Siyabonga.
Guys, I'm a local brands, guys. We wanna actually urge them to bring them. Let's paint the orange farm and put it into something good. You know, every time even ungena go TikTok, waqala wasethi orange farm kuvela iphanga, kuvela in. Let's move from that narrative. Let's just showcase ukuthi we have people who can actually do things. There is a lot of things that are here, guys, and a lot of positive things that are here besides Amakehla, but yeah.
As we speak in Japan.
It's a win.
So, who's winning? Who's winning the World Cup?
For me, I'm going with France, but I definitely Portugal is gonna do something.
Hey, who's winning? Straight answer. Who's winning? According
Portugal.
to you. Hey, ambitious. The causa. Who's winning?
I'm still sticking to. I'm still sticking to my England. No?
Okay.
I'm still sticking to my England.
Yeah.
Okay. Musa, who's winning?
I think France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Me. I think my mind is on Argentina again. Argentina, France, Portugal.
Yeah,
I
Portugal.
want to say Brazil.
No,
Though.
France. France is my darling, but I'm gonna say Portugal.
Okay. And also big shout out to Abu MQ. We went out. We went out because we've been speaking about it. Okay, want to attend these local games and cover and just partner with them. You know, so much the guys is already had a young soccer entertaining tournament in or as we said Subiza and sign of use MQ. No, you were there. We were working yesterday. We did cover. It was entertaining. Some of the videos they are on our page there. Yeah, it's crazy. Some of the videos are on TikTok. They are getting a lot of numbers there. You know, so I think we should start attending few games as locally just to get a bit of content and support Banbaseka. So what's your taking there? Because we were there yesterday and you were coaching.
Yeah. Well, Hugo Pros then. Yes, in order for my team to lose, they needed like 3 hours. The second half, 3 hours. So we were leading like what 4-1.
4-2.
4-1. I think at some stage it's like
No, it was 3-2. Yeah, 4-2.
Who
4-2.
coach?
yeah, I was the coach.
Oh,
That's why that's where my voice. That's where my voice.
When I
went
being
to.
your assistant.
That's where my voice went to. Like Isele la pema grounding. So my team was doing very good. Besides few players, things what hip hop. Yeah, it's
And
hip hop.
they're doing it again.
Goalkeeper wako was on fire.
You know Papizu. If you had Papizu yesterday, we Canada and also Mexico. We are high.
And also Sam, you know guys, there are guys in Puzana.
Mbokazi.
Also Sam.
TLP.
Sam played good.
Yeah.
No Khanyapana, he played good. You understand? So,
Yeah.
yeah. So they are playing good. They are doing it again in 9 August. We are going back. If we have the resources, we're gonna stream that one of those matches. You understand? But we'll see. But we're going back again. Let's go and just support Amachita and support local football.
Did you tell them to subscribe?
No, Israel was not that because it was the first event. I just wanted to cover the event and check good atmosphere in Jani, you know, and it was packed. People came out, you understand? So I think going forward, we're gonna have a meeting in Namachita. We want to be part of it, formalize it, and give it a bit of a structure, make it formal, make it make sense. You understand? So that
Maybe
go,
one table so challenge
the real hip hop guys.
Yeah.
And also of us, we know the coach of the real
yeah,
hip hop guys, and so it's easy to organize a match now. You understand? So let's support. And 9 August they are doing it again. Definitely we are there.
No, you must talk to that guy, Magaz.
Name.
Peace
Danko.
out. Hey, Baba. No coach for hip hop. I dropped the mic.